Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe. Caffeine. Thumbnail pick. Get the right position. Now this is something I guess I wasn't gonna bring up ever because I just wanted to keep it somewhat personal, but I guess I'm at a point now where I guess I'm more comfortable talking about it. So because of the pandemic, I decided to learn how to increase my income. I wanted to develop a new skill and this and that, right? So something I've been reading before the pandemic happened is basically learning how to invest money into the stock market, right? I never had no fucking idea what investing in the stock market is. How do you do it? How do you go about it? It was so brand new to me, and I was just very it's a weird process, right? Like not knowing to me being familiar with it now, and I can honestly say it's so fucking simple, it's annoying, right? Now, little disclaimer, obviously this is my experience. When it comes to money, I think it'd be very touchy subject, so you guys want to be careful and make sure you do your own research big time before you guys do anything with your money. But yeah, definitely do your own research. So that being said, I started investing before all this bullshit that's been going on with the meme stocks, also with the cryptocurrency and all that stuff. I had a lot of the stuff wasn't very mainstream when I started, right? I've been reading up about how to invest money. I was thinking about buying rental properties and I don't know what, just trying to figure out ways how I could put money to work for me, right? That's something I was really trying to aim for, is getting money to work for me. When the pandemic happened, I was watching the news in the living room at my parents' house, and then there was a news segment that they were talking about the Carnival Cruise Line. Their stocks went down very badly. All right, this is Yahoo Finance, and actually this is a pretty good little tool that I kind of learned to appreciate it once I started learning about stocks, right? Now, I'm sure you guys have seen these charts before when it comes to stock markets, right? It's just basically the fluctuations of cash and so on and so forth, right? But basically, Carnival Cruise Line, it reached up to a point where it's the most, it was a $70 price per share, right? And that's what, 2018, right? Then it started going down a bit, 2019 and 2020. When the pandemic started, it started to go a little down. However, once in 2020, when basically, everything got shut down to shit, and then boom, as you can see here, it dropped to $17, right? So from $48, it just made a dramatic dip to $17, $12, right? So I saw the news, and here's the thing that may piss people off, which I know it did for me. You know how the saying, the rich get richer and the poor get poor during these situations? Yeah, this is why. Basically, when there's a massive dip like this, people that have money, they end up just buying large amounts of freaking stocks, right? Especially major corporations that most likely are not gonna go away. People that understand this, they buy what they say at the dip, and then eventually this stock's just gonna go back up in price, right? Now, I bought when it was very low, right? That's how I started to get into it. This was my first stock that I bought, is the Carnival Cruise Line. So I bought it here when I was closed down to $12, $13, right? It started to creep up again, so I started buying more because as you can see, the prices fluctuate from $50, $40, right? So I bought this when it was low, and I'm waiting for it to get back up to 50 so I can sell off the stock, and that's how you make money back, right? Now, there's some shit going on at the moment. It went from being close to 30, and now it's getting back down to the 24, right? But again, I'm not worried whatsoever because actually I've been to cruise lines. That things get packed. People like that shit, and as things starts to pick up more, I'm pretty sure that the price is gonna increase, right? But that's just the name of the game. If you just zoom out here, you just see the massive fluctuation of this price, right? That's basically what happens. People buy low. You just hold on to the stock until you wait until it gets to a certain point. So in this case, I'm waiting to get to $50. I sell it off, and because I've had the stock for a while, most likely say over a year. The way how the tax laws work, when you have a stock and you hold it for over a year, you get taxed differently, less. If I was to buy and then within a year I sell it, then you get taxed more, right? So yeah, it's the way how the tax laws work is to benefit people that have money. No shit, right? They the ones who create the laws and so on and so forth. So that's just how it works, right? So yeah, it's fucking annoying. I think it's dumb that just with the standard job you cannot just have enough to pay your bills and live life. But I started getting into this because once you start reading more books about finances and all that shit, probably the main thing that you realize is that if you just work for money, you're gonna be broke or you're gonna struggle. That's the sad truth, Because yeah, if you look up like the history of the U.S. dollar, right? Ever since they got off like the gold standard, and because of how our system is, in the sense that they just print money whenever the fuck they want, you know, that just all that does is devalues the dollar, right? Because you know, there's too much cash being like printed out of thin air, right? So here's the price of the dollar in green. And this is the stock market, which is the S&P 500, which is basically the top 5 major corporations in America, or just in general, right? As you can see here, the dollar just keeps going down, boop, 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 and here's the price of the fucking stock market, right? As painful it is to see this, that's something that I guess took me a while to accept, is that if you want your money to basically grow, also to beat inflation, because that's another thing, you know, your purchasing power of your dollar, it gets basically devalued by 3% every year because of inflation. Yeah, you got to put your money to work, and one area is basically the stock market, right? So basically, by you putting your money in like stocks or index funds, you know, basically, you know, assets that grow in value over time, like this does, then, you know, you're going to be ahead of the dollar, and it's fucking bullshit. Yeah, that's the thing about me learning on all this stuff, is that I just really do not like this system, that it's designed like this, right? But the sad truth is, there's nothing you can do about it besides, well, learn the rules and play along, because, I mean, what else you gonna do, right? Now, yeah, I mean, I can understand the whole thing with crypto and all this stuff. I mean, I can respect that, but I'm not gonna get too into it because I'm not too familiar with it, right? But, you know, you're starting to see more countries and people putting regulations on crypto and stuff like that. So it's something to keep in mind, to be careful about. But I mean, I'm sure crypto's gonna be around for a while from the looks of it, right? But anyways, but that being said, this is basically what I've been doing on my free time since the pandemic started, to be learning more about stocks and stuff like that, along with, you know, trying to improve my skills and all this shit, right? But yeah, understanding how money works, I'm saying as an American, yeah, this thing can be shocking, to say the least, right? Yeah, it's like I said, I think it's bullshit that, you know, you cannot just have a regular job and still be able to, like, you know, live your life comfortably with that job, you know. But now you have people basically, you know, have 2 full-time jobs. They're still delivering pizzas or doing Lyft and all that shit, you know, just to get by, right? But the sad truth is, you got to get your money to work so it can grow, right? Since I've been doing this, my portfolio, I use Webull, which I'll talk about in some other video, but I have seen gains since the country is starting to open up more, right? So yeah, you do see results, and it does become, I guess, fun in a way, in that sense, because you're seeing the results of, you know, your efforts, and you're studying, and, you know, knowing where to put your money and all that shit. Yeah, it's definitely a touchy subject. I think it's not cool that, you know, I have to go through this just so make sure my money is okay. The more they print out money, the more purchasing power gets lost with the dollar. You know, that's just how it goes, right? So, but you investing your money in something like stocks, assets, they appreciate in value over time. And that's basically something that, like, Robert Kiyosaki, you know, from Rich Dad Poor Dad, they talk a lot about. Any financial YouTube channel you watch, they all bring up the same shit. They put their money in assets to work, you know, properties, stocks, stuff like that, right? Businesses. So yeah. Anyways, the reason to bring up this video is just this has been helping me out, and of course I want to help people as well. So if you've never been familiar with learning how to invest money in stocks and stuff like that, I think it's something to look into, you know, at your own pace, right? Definitely don't go crazy and like throwing all your money to the stock market. If anything, like, you have to put money that you're willing to lose, right? That you don't need right away, you know? So I just started with like $100 here, $100 there, $50, $20, you know, any little extra cash, right? But then as you start seeing the results and you feel more comfortable with putting your money to work, then you start putting a little extra, right? I start putting maybe 200, 300, you know, as much as I can, right? But yeah, anyways, that's all I got for you. So if you guys have never been interested in stocks and all that, look into it, or just like start learning how money works compared to like the stock market, because it's pretty shocking, I'll admit. But anyways, that's all I got for you. I'll keep the video short. Thanks for watching. Take care and peace.